Hi, my name's Sam Doherty, and I'm the team lead of Ontario Tech Robotics Robot in 3 Days, Ri3D. Today we're going to be going over a design overview of the 2025 FRC Games. Instead of the normal 6 to 8 weeks that high school students have, we decided to build it in 3 days. We start the build as soon as kickoff is released at noon and go straight into the design period.
I'm Matthew Starr, and I'm the senior design lead for Ri3D. So for the robot, we begin with this truss structure on the frame to provide a strong support for the first limb of the arm. Originally, the concepts that we were going to go with was a big universal claw that could carry both the ball components, the algae, and the pipe components, the coral. However, we found that this claw may prove to be too heavy and too large for the robot system. So we decided to split that claw into two different systems, the bumper for putting the algae into the gulls, and the claw for specifically picking up the coral pipe pieces. So we optimized that claw's design to the coral. In order to optimize it, we added a curvature that was similar to the perimeter of the pipe so that it encloses translationally over that pipe piece in order to score it onto the coral reef. In order to manipulate the arm, we attached chains going from the top axle down to the bottom chassis of the robot. So we use those chains to rotate the gears, which then rotate the arm up and down. Additionally, there is a wrist for the robot, which connects the main limb to the claw. This is also driven by a chain. A few changes that high school FRC teams can make to this robot in order to upgrade it and optimize it is they could, for one, add maybe a rubber lining within the claw in order to have a better grip on the coral pieces. They could also motorize the ball intake so that they can manipulate it upwards, which would increase the efficiency when trying to score one of the algae.
Hi, I'm Roberto Della Fava. I am the junior design lead, and I worked on the claw design. So we were first deciding whether we wanted to use an adjustable wrench design or a claw design. But just like Matthew said, the size difference between the two pieces was too great, and that would make it too heavy. So we went with the adjustable wrench design. And then from there, we decided if we wanted to be motor driven or pneumatically driven. Since pneumatics is significantly lighter and we don't need any fine adjustment that motors offer, we just went with pneumatics. And to sort of perfect the design, we added a 3D printed adapter around the end of the claw there to allow it to adapt to the edge of the coral piece, which made it, hold better.
My name is Anthony Lanegardner, and I'm the junior mechanical lead on this Ri3D team. Due to this year's extension limit rules, we decided on having a roller system for our intakes instead of having a full claw mechanism to also pick up the algae. The way this mechanism works is a roller extends from the top of the bumper down to near the floor, not entirely all the way. It sucks in the ball just up off of the floor enough to bring it across the entire field to be put into the processor. It is then outtaked from that same mechanism in order to be scored. We also decided against shooting the ball up into the barge as we simply did not have the time to account for that within this design.
Hi, my name is Cassie Campbell. I'm the electrical lead for Ri3D. Based on the design choices made by the design and mechanical team, we ended up using 7 motors to meet the design needs of our robot. We used Sims for our drive base to provide power and 775s for the rest of the robot. We have 4 on the base, 2 on the arm, and 1 on the ball mechanism. As Roberto mentioned, we decided on pistons for the coral claw based on weight and also tuning precision.
My name is Kirshan Aruleswaran. I am this year's programming lead for Ri3D. So our team has worked on a few subsystems, so mostly the drivetrain, the coral arm, as well as the ball mechanism, which is basically just like ball intake. So we did kind of run into a problem with the coral arm in terms of coding for that. Our team does not have any encoders at all. which kind of makes it somewhat complicated to actually get things right in terms of programming. So what we've introduced is a speed constant, which consists of a very small value. And we use this speed constant in the ARM subsystem to just regulate the acceleration of the motors that are being used, just so it doesn't spin out as much. Additionally, if you look at our GitHub repository, we've also included time-based code in addition to the usual command-based.